Hey everybody, what I want to show you right now is Yak Attack Mighty Mount 2. I'm using this because I do these kayak videos and I notice a lot of times it's the same shot, so I put two of these. I put one in the front, now I'm going to put one in the back. And the idea is I use this pole, I'll show you, to get a better shot, make it a little more interesting. So yeah, let's see how to do this. Before you start, get yourself a drill. This bit is actually a 1/4 inch. Actually, the bolt is a 1/4 inch. I made this bit 1564. It's a little smaller. Measure twice, cut once, because you don't want to go through your beautiful kayak and make all holes in it. This is an 11mm bolt. You're going to need to do that. And if you want to make sure that this is the right size, you can always just pre-drill a piece of plastic. Make sure that you feel comfortable that this thing fits. Good to go. All right, let's get started. Think out where to mount this. I'm doing this in the back. Get your paddle out, do your range of motion. Make sure this thing isn't going to get hit by your paddle, because that would be annoying. And another thing that's important is make sure that if you want to actually reach back, take it off, and use the camera for another use, you can actually reach it, because the one I have in the front, that is not possible, and that's okay. So that means I'd have to pull up somewhere and take it off. That's not a big deal. All right, this is pretty straight. I measured it. It's as straight as I need it to be. Also remember, it's not too far back. This uses a T-bolt system, okay, like here. So when you're mounting this, see how if I'm sitting in here and I want to get this in and out, I want to make sure that the entrance of the Mighty Mount is facing towards me. All right, that's something to remember. Put this on low torque. It should just easily just drive in. Looks pretty straight. All the holes are lined up. All right, so this part's a little tricky. You want to get the washer and the nut. All right, and I see how this is not sunk all the way. And if you feel underneath, feel it just so the bolt is just coming out a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll go under here, got pretty long arms, I'll start off the bolt there, and I got my finger on it. All right, now what I'm gonna do is get the drill on a low torque, and I'm gonna just feel it. And now I can get my ratchet under there on this guy, hold it. I'm not gonna tighten that guy all the way because I haven't sunk the other screws yet. Go ahead and get under there. Just do it. Don't crack this thing, but make sure the bolts are seated tight. You definitely don't want this thing breaking off. Okay, so really important, just try not to tighten this too much, because this will bring the bars, the plastic together, and that's not good because the T-bolt has to get through there. So I had to actually loosen mine a little bit. You want to make sure when you get this type of mount, the T-bolt can go in there, and then you tighten it up and you're good to go. I'll show you the next step, which is the actual mount I use. So that guy, yeah, so here, and that's real tight, that's what you want. I got this other accessory called the Yak Attack Boom Stick. It's actually a 48-inch, like 4 feet stick, and it comes with this T-bolt mount. I'm going to put that on there, so I'm going to show you how it works. You put this on here, and then we take, depending on how you want this thing to work, here you have the ability to, I'll show you this on a different angle, whatever angle you want the camera at the top to be, you have the access of 360 just like this, right? So here I'm going to do something interesting. I can loosen it here, and I'm probably going to do a nice little vantage point from behind. I'll show you that. I'll tighten this real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and now it's on there. Now I'm going to show you here, you didn't get to see, the system is right here. There's like a little finger in here that you can click, and then I could make it, I could take it off. I put it back on and I push it all the way over. Now it's locked in. If I'm sitting in here, I could do this and give myself a different angle. If you use this with GoPro, you're going to really be dependent on using the quick app to preview, because you're not really going to be able to, I could get to this, right? I made it close enough I could do this, and I could pull it off and mess around with it. But you got to be careful, right? Because one time I did forget to click this and it almost came off. So there you have it. I hope this is helpful. I'll show you some footage of me in the wild with this, but hope this helped you. I like to give reviews where you get to see everything. So have fun out there. All right, let's go kayaking.
Twin powers, activate!